What is going on, everybody? Today is a different video. Today's a unique video, if you will. I just watched the gameplay reveal of Marathon in yesterday's stream on April 12th, 2025, and there's a lot of things going on in my mind. Like, I started thinking, is this a free-to-play game? But Marathon responded with a tweet saying, Marathon will be a premium title. Marathon will not be a full price title. We'll announce details this summer. So that probably means you're going to pay money up front, and then, you know, if battle passes come out or whatever they decide to do, you might have to pay for that. So it does look like there could potentially be, and again, I have no idea. I don't know anything. This is just me speculating and talking. So we're going to have to wait for all those details later on this summer, as Marathon has said. But with that being said, it does seem like there could potentially be some microtransactions in Marathon. And because of that, I went through this whole spiral thought process of microtransactions and how, as a Halo fan, how much I'm so over it. Yes, you had to pay for the Halo Infinite campaign, and it was separate from the match or the multiplayer. So the multiplayer was the free-to-play, where if you wanted to play the campaign, you paid for it. However, this whole formula of free-to-play just doesn't work unless you're Fortnite. Fortnite is the exception. I think Fortnite is the game that really does free-to-play really well. I think everything in the shop in Fortnite is fun, it makes sense, I like it, it's goofy, and I don't feel bad about getting stuff in Fortnite. However, with Halo Infinite, I feel kind of bad. But I love Halo Infinite, and I love Halo. I really want to support the franchise. So I started thinking, well, I don't know much about Marathon. Let me look into the beginning of what Marathon is and how it started. So I went into the internet. I went to the internet, guys, and I read, this is from Wikipedia, and I tried to get like other information, but this is what I found. And again, this is the internet, always fact checked it. But so far it says, Marathon is a first-person shooter video game developed and published by Bungie and released in December of 1994 for the Apple Macintosh. This is where it gets really cool, but it also starts to sound very familiar. The game takes place several centuries into the future in outer space and sets the player as a security officer attempting to stop an alien invasion aboard a colony ship named the Marathon. That sounds very familiar. Well, it's Bungie and they made Halo, so it all kind of makes sense. Now, where am I going with this? Well, I want to start a conversation with you guys. I want this video to open up a comment section that allows people to be, you know, open-minded with each other, and I want to dive into a meaningful conversation on the internet. I know, it sounds crazy, but I think it's possible. Now, why do I want to talk about this stuff? Well, I'm curious to know what you guys think. And it all started jumbling into my mind, microtransactions, and I started thinking, I don't want to pay microtransactions anymore. I want a full, complete game at launch, and I want to earn everything because I paid for that game up front. Now, the thing is it fair for me as a player to ask that from developers? Is that fair? Is it fair for me to say, hey guys, I want to pay up front $80+ for your game with a campaign and a multiplayer? And also I want to earn everything, and I want you to keep adding to it. Is that fair? So there's a lot of things to discuss. So that came to my mind that's what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about how when it comes to Halo, I don't think Halo's the game to be a free-to-play game. I think people who play it are just massive Halo fans that have been playing it since the beginning, and even the new players who come into Halo, if there are any anymore, I think the microtransactions have kind of killed the game, and just that formula, it just wasn't working. So I started thinking about Marathon, and I'm like, okay, so you're not going to be a full priced, so you're gonna, let's say it's like, let's pretend it's $40, and then every battle pass is $10. Okay, so how many battle passes? I just have, can this keep going on? So my opinion, my question for you guys is, what do you want from a video game? What do you want? Like, what's the simple, basic things you want? I'm going to tell you what I want from a Halo game. Because Halo is the formula that I can, like, relate to and kind of talk about more than I can about Marathon. Now, Marathon, there's a lot to it, and I'm still learning everything. I watched Hidden Xperia's video, which was very, very, very done very well. And apparently there's no, like, I don't think there's a campaign with Marathon. So that's interesting. But what do you guys want from a game? Like, does Marathon look interesting to you? It's an extraction shooter. It looks kind of like a hero extraction shooter to me, because you have like these, it kind of reminds me of a little bit about like Valorant, Overwatch, and all these other games kind of intertwined together. It kind of looked like Roblox. I made a joke in stream where the game itself kind of had like Roblox vibes, but also reminded me of all these other games just meshed together in one. But I'm not sure I'm a fan of an extraction shooter, and that's what we keep seeing all over the internet. And when I say all over the internet, I'm just reading on Twitter. So it's just the voices of a few. So who knows? I don't know if that's how everyone feels here, but I'm not interested in playing an extraction shooter or a hero shooter, which is why I'm not really as invested into Splitgate 2 as I thought I would be. I think Splitgate, the original, the first one, it's just so much fun. I like Splitgate. But when Splitgate 2 came out, and it's not even out yet, and I've played like one of the alphas, and I'm like, I don't think I'm enjoying this. I don't want to play these different characters and have different classes and do this and that. That just doesn't really appeal to me. I'm a simple person. I like simplicity. So then I started thinking about Halo Infinite in Halo, and I'm just like, let's start at the beginning. Not the beginning, but like, these games were so simple but so complex back then. And when I say complex, the most important thing about a game is a story, just like a movie. So if we don't have a good story, where are we? What's the vision? I think that's what we're missing in a lot of games these days. People are like, we're desperate for something. I think what I want in the next Halo game, and in any game, is just a damn good story. I want a good campaign where if I don't have anybody to play with that day, I can just play in the campaign. A good linear story. Open world is okay, it just depends on how you do it. I just don't think Halo is the game for an open world game. At least Infinite, I don't think did it very well, at least to me. It wasn't fun to me. It's the first Halo game that I probably won't replay unless I try playing it with friends, but other than that, I have no desire to replay Halo Infinite campaign. Now, I know some people really like the Infinite campaign, but it just wasn't for me. Neither was the Halo 5 campaign. And that's something that I think 343 and Halo Studios kind of lack. They lacked a vision, and they didn't stick with the vision because they were kind of all over the place. Although I do love Halo 4 and I love Halo 4's story. After that, though, everything is just like, whatever. Halo 4's this, Halo 5's that, from Halo Wars, and it's just all like, what's the vision? Where are you going with this? So whatever is next for Halo, I really, really hope that it's a complete game. And I don't know, like, how, I guess the conversation is like, if these developers, like, it's a business, they need to make money, what is your guys's, like, how would you approach this? What would be the right formula for you when it came to a game? Do you want battle passes that you pay for and then you can earn stuff? Or do you, like, how do we go about a game? Because when I was playing Call of Duty is like $80, right? And then you can kind of grind and you can earn a bunch of stuff. So, like, I kind of like that. I'm not a Call of Duty person, though, but I was thinking, why doesn't Halo, like, have better, like, why didn't Halo Infinite do this? Like, why couldn't we just pay for a little bit better of a product that's complete, and then there's more things we can earn for free? Like, we waited about 3 years just to have the exchange to earn stuff for free. It took that long. It took a long time. And the exchange now is like, it's good for people who, are getting into the game now, but if you're somebody who's been in the game like me since November 15th, 2021, like I have everything in the exchange. Nothing is new for me. So there's really no grind for me. I'm already hero. I just like microtransactions is such a terrible topic of conversation because it's a very, very like, it's a very fiery one. It's like a passionate one. Like games are missing something now. I think video games are missing a lot. I just want to go back to basics. Like I want to go back to where the game's complete, there's an awesome story, and then the story is like the heart and soul of the game, and then there's a matchmaking experience on there, and that kind of goes along with this amazing story. The story is the arc. The story is everything. The campaign is the heart and soul of a game. Like if you look at like interest, I would say there's more people interested in the lore of anything than matchmaking. Like it just shows you like the like stat. I think that's the stats. Like if you look at people who do lore videos compared to people who show you matchmaking videos, the lore videos are way more popular. So I'm thinking like the heart and soul of gaming needs to come back to Halo. What does that mean? I want a game where the story is more important than anything. And then you make all these other things come together to make this beautiful game where we can earn stuff in game. Go back to the basics. I think I'm ranting. Is this a rant? Probably. But I just want to be able to go back and like have like a nameplate where I can like choose my nameplate, make the colors for my nameplate, and then I have my logo and I can create my logo, and then I have my Spartan and I can create the Spartan colors I want. I want the customization. Now Halo Infinite has probably the best customization of any Halo game, but only if you paid for it. Now there's like some good free ones, I think, that if you're new to the game you can kind of earn and work towards, but it's not as fun as like back to basics. Halo 5 kind of had, Halo 5 like did have the customizations available for you, but it still wasn't as good as like the previous games. I also loved how in Halo 2 you can kind of see the logo above your Spartan, and I really kind of missed that as well. There's just like so many little details that I really, really miss when it comes to like Halo. And also like the UI of Halo Reach is bad. It's bad A, guys. It's bad. It's so good. So I'm kind of ranting here and I'm kind of all over the place, but when I was watching this marathon trailer, I just started thinking about what do I want from a game? And the only thing I could really, really relate to is Halo. So that's kind of why I'm focusing on Halo here. But let's dive into the marathon portion of the conversation. Now, watching the trailer, my first initial like response was, I'm going to be open-minded, I'm going to give it a chance, I'm going to try to be positive. But overall, my first initial impression is I'm not super excited as much as I would like to be. I'm not super wowed. I think that Bungie has done a fantastic job in the marketing aspect about this game, but overall, like the art style is just okay to me. And maybe that's just a me thing. If you really like the art style, that's awesome, but I want to be impressed, but I think I'm just at the point with I don't go into video games anymore with high expectations, and that's bad. So my challenge for you developers is raise the expectations, make us wowed, make us so impressed that when new games come out, we're actually hyped for it. Because right now, I'm in a place where I'm just not hyped for games anymore. I'm just like, okay, I'll be hyped. When it comes out, I'll play it, I'll give it a chance. But I don't have a lot of expectations. I think we've been hurt, guys. Especially us Halo people. We've been hurt. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, what at the end of I'm gonna end this video with saying, what do you want from today's modern games? Do you want a little bit? Do you think the old formula of games will ever come back? Microtransactions, are they ever gonna go away? Probably not. I wish they would. But the biggest question I'm here to ask is, how much are you willing to pay for the game you love? Like Halo, if you're a big Halo fan. How much are you willing to pay up front for a complete Halo game with a complete matchmaking experience on the side of the campaign where you can earn everything? How much are you willing to pay? I'm very curious. So I'm just gonna wrap up the video here and kind of leave you with those questions to think about. Comment down below. Let's be kind to each other and just have a cool conversation as gamers. Like, I want gaming to go back to the basics. Fun storytelling. Immersive storytelling. I want to be sucked into the story, and I want to feel like I'm in that universe, and I want it to revolve around the universe of that story. Essentially, I want the heart and soul of a video game to be its story, and then make a dang good matchmaking experience. I think they all need to coexist together to be this incredible experience so that you can play solo, with friends, and with others. When I think about video games, I think about the times I played by myself, but also the times I played with people that I cared about, like my siblings, my friends. I'm sure many of you made friends online with other people through video games like Halo. So as I try to wrap up this video forever, I'm just gonna paint a picture for you. When you think of video gaming as a kid, what was the best part of it? Was it just sitting by yourself and playing this awesome game and being immersed in the story? Or was it also the times you got to meet people, make friends, bond with your siblings? Because I did. I bonded with my friends, my siblings. Video games are supposed to bring people together. And whatever is next, especially for Halo, and there's also a lot of conversation around proximity chat with Marathon, but whatever's next, bring the social aspect back to video games, make the story the heart and soul of the game, and remember, people are what makes gaming fun. Like, let's get back to that. Let's bring heart and soul back into games. Anyways, I think that about wraps up I'm gonna call this my rant podcast of watching the gaming reveal from Marathon and then thinking about Halo, because like Bungie and Halo are two they coexist because Bungie made Halo and Marathon is made by Bungie and both blah blah blah. Like Marathon and Halo are just like together, and they're gonna always kind of be together in my mind, because it does seem like Marathon was what helped create this universe we love known as Halo. So it just made sense to kind of talk about both. Anyways, that's kind of what's been on my mind. I think this was more of I just want to let this out of what I've been thinking about kind of video, but I really, really am curious to see your guys' opinions. This is just a fun conversation to open up for topic, and again, be kind to each other. Gaming is supposed to be fun, and at the end of the day, I'm hoping that Marathon is a great game, and it's that shooter game that you guys been wanting and missing. Or it's that, I don't know, I'm ready to get this wheel turning into a different direction where FPS games are fun again, and games are fun again. It's been so dull, guys. The gaming scene, especially for FPS games, have been so stale. So there's a lot I really, really want to be better, and I hope that with conversation and discussion, things can move in a better direction. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my video. If you like this kind of video, let me know. As always, what did they say? Like, comment, subscribe, bida-bop-bida-boo. And remember, I stream over on Twitch during the weekdays. And yeah, if you love Halo, if you love gaming, if you love stuff like nerdy stuff, well, you're in the right place. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Jay out.